right, welcome to X Games Extra, presented by Skype. I'm Jack Mitrani. The day has come. It is sad but true. Like Metallica says, it's the last day of X Games, but nonetheless, we're going to wrap it up here with an amazing show. Today has been an incredible day. The weekend as a whole has been an incredible weekend. I am so happy I had the opportunity to come out here because this event just blew my expectations out of the water. The combination of the best athletes in the world and the best musicians really just far past any expectation and created an unparalleled experience for myself and for all of these beautiful fans here in Austin, Texas. What a great weekend. But enough about that. We have Alyssa Roenigk in the house right now, in the Airstream. Alyssa, how you doing?
Done.
For folks at home, I'm sure you already know who she is, but with a little further introduction, she knows more about the X Games than anybody else I know. She's out there in the field getting to know all the athletes. She knows all the pronunciations. How do you prepare for the X Games? I mean, we all know how all the athletes prepare for the X Games, but how does someone like you in the commentating world prepare for the X Games?
How do I prepare for the X Games? A lot of reading, you know, especially athletes, the new athletes that I haven't met personally or written about. I'd spend a lot of time reading and making sure I at least have a name, a face, and a little bit of background, and then I try and read up on what happened last year and who's been winning what lately, and just be as prepared with all the things that happened before X Games, so when we get here, all I'm thinking about is what's going on here.
Well, you're my biggest inspiration. I mean, honestly, just hanging out with you, I learned so much about the Summer X Games.
Happy to be you're my inspiration.
Oh, thank you so much, Alyssa. Now, how has this X Games compared to years past? How's your experience been?
It's been cool. I mean, one of the things I think was really different for me is I stuck completely to skateboard and BMX for the first time, so I didn't work the rally event or moto. I went out when I could and watched those events, so that was really different for me. I tend to write about all the sports, but for TV, I do a lot of the engine-based sports.
Sure.
So that was really different. It was cool. It was really fun to do something new challenge.
Did you have any highlights or lowlights? Actually, can you answer me this? I was watching. I caught you on TV at glance, and I saw you kind of leaving one of those field reports, and it looked like a camera almost took you out. Did that actually happen, or
Did you really see that?
I really it was kind of switched off as soon as I saw it. Did that happen?
Yeah, I got smashed in the head by a photographer's camera.
See, it is dangerous. Okay, it's not just the athletes here that are risking their lives.
My headache went away at Skate Street. I actually texted a couple people, and I'm like, 24 hours later, the headache is gone. Yeah.
And,
it's a dangerous sport.
I know.
Sideline reporting.
I'm nervous. But one of the coolest parts about Skype and this whole setup is the fact that you can bring people in from the outside world into Austin, Texas, and that we have right now here. Ladies and gentlemen, wait a minute.
X Games fan, super fan.
Is this Craig McMorris? Am I seeing this right?
Hi,
How
Craig.
are you guys? Yeah, I'm here in Regina, Saskatchewan, of all places.
Craig, how the heck are you? How is Regina, Canada?
It's pretty good. I'm really jealous of you guys. I wanted to come down, but I'm afraid I would melt because it looks very, very warm down there. And I was also scared of getting hit in the head by cameras as well. I didn't have my helmet with me, so...
Absolutely. Craig, and what have you been up to? Sending it back to you, Craig.
Well, sending it back to you, Jack, and Alyssa, you guys. I've been following the X Games, watching on TV as a super fan, as you know, and it's been a real treat. Your guys' coverage has been absolutely amazing.
Well, we miss you out here, Craig. I mean, do you have any questions for us as a super fan?
As a super fan, I'm just like, well, you've kind of asked the one question, how do you prepare to cover? But now that it's all happened, what was your guys' biggest surprise, Alyssa and Jack? What surprised you most about this X Games?
Biggest surprise.
Hey, Craig, what did you think about Nyjah Huston winning street just a minute ago?
Me and my homie were actually just watching it from the comfort of home, and he's a surgeon. It actually will blow your mind how good he is, and being there live, as you guys know, was it even... it's not even a competition sometimes watching him skate.
How would you feel if we brought him onto the set right now? Would you be all right with that?
I'd fan out. I got questions.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
right here.
7-time X Games gold medalist. Yeah, everybody, round of applause for Nyjah Huston. Give it up out there, ladies and gentlemen, Nyjah Huston.
Good job.
Welcome aboard, my friend. Welcome aboard the Airstream.
Super fan Craig McMorris down here to your right.
Yeah, Nyjah.
Here you go. This is for you. So, Nyjah, first and foremost, I kind of caught you out of the peripherals here. I saw you kind of on the phone. I mean, what are you up to since you won the gold medal? I mean, are you on social media? You got to let the world know.
I actually haven't even got to that yet. I was just saying thanks to all my friends for the congrats.
How excited are your friends right there? I mean, I'm sure you probably have a million text messages rolling through. People are fired up.
Yeah, I got a great group of friends back home that are all super supportive and all get so stoked, and they're all watching. And my mom, my sister, and my girlfriend are out here, and they're all really happy.
Well, we brought in your biggest fan here from Regina, Canada.
Sick.
Craig, do you have any questions for Nyjah Huston?
Yeah, sticking to the social media side of things, Nyjah, it's not the first time you've won an absolutely massive event. How much time after the event do you just spend on your time getting that Instagram dialed, Twitter, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, texting all your friends? What's kind of your time ratio after an event?
It's definitely a decent time. Once I get back into my hotel room, I'm doing that post and on all three of those, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and saying thanks to all my friends. And I mean, I try my best to go through my comments too. That's honestly, like, people always ask me if I do that, and it's seriously so entertaining to see like some of the comments, especially if it's like a not just like a normal skate photo. If it's something like really personal, there's some funny stuff on there.
You have 1 million followers. I mean, what is it like posting to 1 million people? I mean, do you get nervous before you throw up a photo? You're like, okay, I'm going to hit this button, and then 1 million people are about to see this thing.
No, I definitely don't get nervous for Instagram posts like I do out here at X Games, but it's cool. I honestly, I'm a really big fan of Instagram. I think it's really fun, and shout out to all my fans. You guys are great.
I didn't get a chance to ask you this because it was pretty quick off air. But, you know, you're used to winning qualifier and dropping last. How different is it dropping in that middle spot and then having to sit and see if your score holds up?
It's a lot different, and it honestly does kind of suck. I definitely prefer to qualify first for that reason. But, I mean, when it comes to qualifiers in a gnarly contest like this, you just want to be in there. And I was just stoked that I got in there with my first run and didn't have too much pressure on myself.
Does the excitement of winning ever... I mean, you've won 5 in a row here now. I can't even count your street league wins. I mean, does the excitement of that moment when you know that you've won, the score comes up, does that go away? Do you still get the butterflies and the excitement when you see that?
No, I still get so stoked every single time I win. I mean, I think mainly because winning a contest like this takes a lot of hard work and practice, and to see all that pay off with a good gold medal is there's no better feeling.
When you know it's all worth it, right?
Yeah,
like, all
absolutely.
Right,
I mean, like, who gets, like, I'm waiting for the person. It's like, how you feeling after you got the gold medal? And they're just like, oh, I'm so bummed. Like, you know, it's like, I'm just waiting for
I'm
that.
so used to this.
But hey, speaking of gold medal, man, I see that stage right there, and there's a gold medal with your name on it. So before you roll out, if you don't mind just hitting this little deck right here with a little signature,
of course, no
and
worries.
go and claiming another gold medal. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Nyjah Huston.
Yeah, guys. Thank you.
Thanks for coming on, man.
Congrats, Nyjah. Hey, I think there's some foreheads for you to sign out here when you're done.
Forehead with my name on it yesterday. I was like, no, I'm not signing your forehead. Don't want to ruin your life.
Alrighty. We got the microphone. You're getting waved off. Adios, Nyjah. Give it up for Nyjah one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Alyssa, do you get, I mean, like, do you get that feeling, like, after a long week of commentating here at X Games, do you feel like you just won a gold medal? That looks pretty gold.
All the work has paid off.
How are you feeling right now after this long, crazy week?
Yeah, today was a crazy day. It was a good week. There were, yeah, you're right, a lot of, like, highs and low moments. But, yeah, it was a good week.
Do you have, like, a highlight? What was one of your highlights from the week?
There were a lot of highlights. I mean, to see Vince Byron win BMX vert. I mean, Jamie Bestwick had been saying all week, it's going to be good for the sport when someone else beats me. You know, straight up beats me. And I don't believe Jamie really thinks that. I mean, he wanted... and it's a true statement, but Jamie wanted to win 10.
We talked about that with Jamie.
To see Vince win that that flat spin... or wasn't a flat spin 90, he calls it a 540 flare, was such an incredible trick. He landed it twice just to show, like, I've got this trick on lock. That was really special. I think the big air ramp provided both my favorite and least favorite moments. You know, there were some really hard moments watching really good friends get hurt pretty badly. That's really hard, especially when you're supposed to go on TV and pull it together and talk about it. But then also, watching that event last night, I mean, it was really, really incredible.
It really was. And speaking of really incredible, I remember running by, I was trying to get front row to Metallica. I was running to the front of the stage, and there you go. We crossed eyes, we crossed paths. So you were there having a blast, which I'm really proud of you because I know that you have to be up here early. You have to keep your brain sharp. Can't miss Metallica. How was Metallica for you?
They were incredible. I mean, I couldn't believe that, those are the guys I was listening to, not to date myself, but, that was, my middle school jam and, early high school. And, to know that it's not until now that that's the first time I'd seen them live, and they just, man, those guys still rock.
They're just so
that show was
dialed,
incredible.
Right? They're so professional.
Someone was saying
talented.
They wanted to put a Fitbit or, a heart rate monitor and just see how many calories those guys burned because they were working hard.
No kidding.
No
and
fat rock stars, right?
What about the mosh pit? Were you in the mosh pit?
I was about 3 people behind the mosh pit, comfortably enjoying watching the mosh pit without being threatened of being tossed into the mosh pit.
Absolutely. And now what else is going on for you after the X Games? Do you have some time to chill, or do you have to go straight back to the books, make sure you know all the fun facts about the athletes, and get ready for another X Games?
Yeah, no, next X Games isn't until next January.
True
yeah,
that.
So I go back to my regular job as a writer for ESPN, the magazine, and writing about all kinds of sports. And then we have a big wakeboarding event coming up in Michigan
Is it
in August?
Is it called Mastercraft?
I think so.
Parks Bonifay was on here yesterday. He was telling us all about that.
I'm going to be doing the reporting for that. So
all right.
That'll be fun. It's
How's
right
your
after Lollapalooza, so I can go back to back.
So you go lose some brain cells and then try to get them back real quick.
And recover before
do
that
the event. Okay.
And the Special Olympics. I'm also working the Special Olympics.
Really?
I'm writing about the Special Olympics in LA, the Special Olympics World Games.
Awesome. All right. And then let's see. What else is going on here?
What are you doing after
this? We got another guest. Do you want to bring on our next guest?
Heck yeah. Oh, look who it is. Yeah, let's bring him on.
Bring him on. Give him the introduction. You're the pro here.
All right. Jim McNeil, Mr. Whip himself. Congratulations,
Jarryd McNeil, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo-hoo. Congratulations. Was it even a question? He's got the best whip in the business. It's not a whip. It's basically a 180.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
180 to landing.
It's been a long time coming. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Definitely a long time coming.
What did you think about having 8 guys in the final?
I think it's good. The more the better,
Yeah.
The more people going at it, the more opportunities there are for a podium. So everyone threw down today, and I came home with the gold. So it doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah. So that hat you're wearing, you're on the Nitro Circus Tour. How much does it help you to get to ride those ramps every day and be touring with those guys?
Definitely helps pay the bills, that's for sure.
Have you ever seen that? Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't even seen it.
Look at you go.
Damn.
Flying through the air. I don't even know how this is possible. Legitimately, I think it's more of an optical illusion at this point.
That's sick.
What did you have? Was it 59% of the votes? Was it?
Yeah, 60.
60.
Out of 8 guys, you had 60% of the vote.
Yeah.
You deserved it, man.
That's
I voted
not even
for you.
a contest.
I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, dude, that was sick. Oh, that replay, slow-mo, see the wheels spin.
That was awesome. I was able to watch it from up here, man. Congratulations on that. My question for you is, I'm in shorts and a short sleeve shirt. You're bundled up from head to toe. Was it extremely hot out there for you or what?
Yeah, well, under this, I've got socks that come up here. I've got knee braces on. I've got my pants, my boots. My boots have booties inside them, and feels like I've gone in the swimming pool because I'm just sweating.
Yeah, it's
right
like
now.
Shakira said, man. Underneath your clothes, there's an endless story right there.
I will say, this year is a lot cooler than it was last year.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow. And
Definitely.
how do you like Austin, Jarryd?
Dude, I
How's your
love
experience
this
been?
place.
Have you been able to go see the town?
Yeah, so last year I brought my travel trailer out here and we actually
All right.
camped. So we checked out all the local stuff, the waterfalls, and we went kayaking and all that kind of stuff. So last year I got more of a chance to go and explore and check it out. This year is kind of like fly in and then I drive home, but with the Nitro Circus Tour, I flew in 4 days ago and I'm flying out in 3 days. So it's
Straight back to Europe.
Yeah, straight back to Europe. So it's not, I don't really get to check it out as much this time, unfortunately, but I absolutely love Austin. I love Texas. It's awesome.
What was the crowd like at your event?
Awesome.
Yeah.
in the practice was obviously there's no crowd in there, and it was harder to get pumped up and motivated. But as soon as we come out for that for the first jump, I just noticed that when I threw down my biggest whip from the get-go, that the crowd was there. I could hear my response compared to the other guys, and I was like, "Yeah, you're killing it. If those guys are going crazy, then and the other guys aren't getting that big a response, then you're obviously killing it." So,
have you ever overdone a whip, like 270? Have you over-rotated a whip before?
I've crashed a couple. More so.
Like, have you gotten stuck, like backwards?
Not so much that. I
Coming
can
back
figure
around?
that out. I'm pretty in control every time. Things get hairy sometimes, but I'm always pretty much fully in control. The biggest problem is, like, sometimes we have different surfaces we ride on. It could be
Sure
like
enough.
a steel ramp, or the dirt could be a little slippery, and sometimes I like to land pretty aggressive with my brakes.
Right.
And sometimes I've tucked the front end and washed out because I've been too hard on my front brake. So things like that can happen. Yeah.
Did you stay for any of Quarter Pipe? What did you think of the new event?
I wish I was over there right now supporting the Aussies that are in there. There's a bunch of them, but I've been doing interviews since I got the win, so I haven't been able to watch any of it. I guess I'm just going to have to get home and get on
So
the
you
TV.
don't even know who won yet?
No idea.
Do you want us
On
to not
that
tell
note,
Tell me.
Paget.
Yes.
He
Did
landed that bike flip.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
sick. What's
I think Sheeny was in third, and who got second?
Did Davy J get second?
No.
No?
Who got second?
Sheehan?
No, I think Sheeny got third. Gosh, who else was in the... There's only 5 guys in the event. Why can't I remember who else was in the event?
Hey, regardless, no worries. This guy's
All right.
been doing
Come on.
interviews all day.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, come
Oh,
on.
here, who we have over here?
Let's get the next
Oh, there's
guest on the
Paget.
show here. Let's get you to sign this board here because
We have
I don't want to
guests
take up
everywhere.
any more of your time.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Jarryd McNeil, ladies and gentlemen.
Congratulations, yeah.
Congrats, man. Coming up next, he won off-road truck racing gold. Sheldon Creed, ladies and gentlemen. Sheldon, come on out here. Another fully bundled up soldier out here in Austin, Texas.
Yeah,
17 years old. Go have fun, man. Party on, Wayne. Sheldon, how you doing, man? Welcome
Good.
to the Airstream.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're pretty excited, but I mean, are you more excited on the gold medal or to get out of that full suit? Man, that thing looks steaming hot right now. I'm starting to sweat just looking at you.
I don't know. The gold medal is cool, but I've been in this since like 7 this morning, so I'm ready to get out.
Nice.
It'd feel hotter if you didn't have that around your neck, right?
Definitely. Like when we were just sitting there and staging, I was just burning up, and then once we're rolling, we're fine. But yeah, I'll be sitting pretty happy when I get this off.
Tell us about that final. I didn't get to see it, but I've heard a lot of chatter about some of the racing today. So what were some of the highlights for you? And then tell us about the final.
I'd say it all started off in qualifying. You know, qualifying was where it was all at today, and ended up qualifying first, and then that just set me up for the heat, and then won my heat, and then that just set me up for the final where I started on the front row. And I knew from last year's experience that it was just gonna be really slick and blue groove. So I knew if I got out front and just stayed mistakeless and held my insides, I'd be fine. And me and Kyle Duke battled for probably a good 6-7 laps, and then he ended up getting black flag for jumping the start, and then him and Robbie got into it, which gave me some breathing room there at the end, and I just got to run some clean laps and ran mistakeless, so it was good.
What about racing with Travis Pastrana? How was that?
That's actually pretty rad, seeing his name in our sport. It's always helps grow our sport, and I definitely had an advantage on him. I drive these things every other weekend,
100%.
and I get to race them all the time, so I had an advantage on him, but it's still rad to see him do good, and
Pastrana.
to see him go to the final, that was pretty rad too.
What about
you had more than 15 laps in the truck before the
exactly.
final? Yeah.
What about you're
yeah.
17 years old and you just beat Rusty Wallace and Robbie Gordon? How does that feel? That's
Travis.
quite the feat.
All 3 of those
and
guys.
Travis too.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely rad, but for like Rusty and Travis, me and Robbie have the experience on them. We've been driving I've been driving these trucks since I was 15 now, so like 2 years. So
2 years of
Don't
experience.
be so
oh yeah,
humble.
you're
Don't be
just
so
a
humble, right?
trained
Just-
veteran.
just
You're
take
2
the
years.
credit.
so
It's pretty
unreal.
badass.
And you're still in school, aren't you?
yeah, I'll be a senior next year.
In
I'm
high
a junior.
school.
Yeah.
How
By
is
the way,
that?
none of those guys have to balance math tests with.
Hey,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
I'm
Like-
almost done with math. I just finished geometry, and now I'm on to my next thing, but I cannot wait till I'm out of math class here.
How is it balancing school and life as a 17-year-old with winning X Games?
Honestly, my hardest battle probably because like I have a bunch of friends that like go to my school. Like I'm like homeschooled, kind of like go one day a week. Like I think my hardest thing is like all of my buddies like we just want to go to the beach. Like we live in San Diego, so we want to go to the beach and go ride bikes, whatever. And then school becomes like second priority. So I gotta try to keep that up there. But it's really easy for
So like
racing.
every high school senior, basically.
Yeah, it gets tough sometimes. You're like, I don't want to go today, and then you're like, no, wait, I have to. So.
What is going to high school going to be like as an X Games gold medalist? You're like high school rock star now.
Well, like how my school's set up, I go like
prom by the hottest chicks in the world. Aren't
Do you have a prom date yet?
Dude, I honestly.
Yeah.
I wish it was that easy, but like sometimes, dude, like chicks are hard to get sometimes, dude.
You know,
like,
with that, you better go into school wearing that gold medal, man. You're gonna be
like
just fine.
Like my school, it's like a charter school, so I go one day a week. Well, like it's a continuation school too, so I get all the kids that get kicked out of normal high school. So like they go to Chaparral or whatever, and then they get to go to my school. So I get like the bad kids or whatever. Like I usually go in. I try to go with a buddy or something. Like I'll just usually if I don't go with a buddy, I just go in, put my head down, and like I don't talk to one kid out there because they're just in there and then they're out to just go like smoke weed or do something stupid. So
that is amazing.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Ladies,
you're single.
Single and an X Games gold medalist.
Hey, really quick here. So we got a million questions for you, but I don't want to be selfish here. So we're going to bring Jarryd in. Jarryd is a frequent guest now. Jarryd, welcome back through Skype.
Hi,
How
Jarryd.
you doing, man?
How's it going? What's going on?
It's going great. You got any questions for our main man over here?
Yeah, I mean, I got a million questions right now from Sheldon.
Same here. Same here.
What do you do to like get started with everything? Like, you wake up every day and you're like, all right, so I'm just gonna go hop in and start racing. Like, how did you get started on this path to do this?
Well, I started racing dirt bikes when I was 5. I raced dirt bikes till I was 10, and then like my mom wanted me in a roll cage. She didn't really like the whole dirt bike thing, and I was getting up to like 65, so starting to get fast, and like trophy carts came out. So my mom's like, all right, like we'll get into this, and then ended up just taking off, and that was really good in trophy carts and won a lot. And then just as my age started getting older, when I turned 15, I was allowed to get into big trucks, and kind of ever since then just been racing trucks. But like on my everyday thing, like my mom and dad, like they're like, no, dude, you gotta wake up early. But I try to sleep in, try to be like that relaxed, but it doesn't always happen.
So you were racing trophy trucks, but you weren't allowed to drive your car to the grocery store. You probably didn't have a driver's license yet.
Yeah, exactly. Like I've been driving big trucks since I was 14, and then 15 I got into these. But yeah, I was driving like big trucks and racing like
Jarryd.
2 years before I got my license. So.
Hey, are you excited for tonight? Are you gonna go out and celebrate with your fans, your family, your friends?
Well, like maybe if I was a little bit older, like you could find me like
you could
somewhere.
Still go
but
to, like have a pizza party. Come on, man. I was your age one time. We used to have fun, staying up all night, eating donuts.
I'll probably end
Look
up.
at that.
I'll probably just go to dinner with my mom, dad, and my sister, and my little nephew, and then I'll maybe go back to the hotel and kick it in the pool and I don't know, just relax.
Well, you deserved it, man. Why don't you get back there, get out of the hot suit. Before you do, if you don't mind throwing up your signature over here, right on this deck, that would just be lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Sheldon Creed. Coming up next, big air doubles gold medalist Morgan Wade and Bob Burnquist. Bring them on out here. Come on out, boys. Come out of hiding. How you doing, man? Jack, nice to meet you.
I also just noticed that I think this is your chair.
Some more bling.
Why don't you go ahead and sit in the Texas chair?
You want my seat? You can take the seat, whatever.
I'll just hang down here where you were. Mr. Rogers style.
Yeah. Wow, tag team back again. How does it feel? Doubles, the first time ever. First time.
It's pretty crazy. We got a name for. Remember you asked us?
Yeah. What is your name?
It's Team X-Ray.
Yeah. Which of you is more injured at this point?
Probably
I think he wins. I don't know
How's
your
your knee?
jeans though. Your
How's
jeans
your
kind of
knee?
take a
knee is
beating.
pretty jacked
No, we
up,
both
but
win.
I got a pretty good limp.
So how was it out there? I mean, what was the strategy? Were you guys really a team up there working together? Like,
Once we had a run in, I mean, that's kind of like because before I don't really know what Morgan's gonna do, or I don't even know what he should do. So I was just like, well, I'm gonna get a run in, and once I did, and all the other guys got a run, that's when it was like, oh man, I think that, if you just make a run, we don't need to go all out. And then he goes all out and falls on his face.
Dude, come on, man. Don't let Burnquist down.
I think that was strategy, though. We wanted to be Team X-Ray.
Just mix it up a little bit. Mix it up a little bit.
X-Ray.
Yeah, Bob laid down an awesome run first go, and I laid down a couple of flops. But, it is what it is. Put the pressure on me, so I had to come back and do something.
It was definitely a different dynamic because usually, if I bail, it's my fault and, it's my own deal. But, I didn't want to let him down, and I think that's really where that all came down. I'm sure he's the same way. It's like, I want to make a run, and I think that's where it was at. When he landed a run, it was almost like I just landed a run, and I was that excited about it. It was really
amazing.
cool.
And we have the video. Have you guys had an opportunity to see this from today?
A little bit.
There he goes.
Is this me falling on my face or actually pulling something?
This is
stomped.
And we got it back to back, which was really cool. Man, that was huge.
Look at how huge that was. That was massive.
Insane.
What was going through your head right now?
Dude.
I was just so happy to actually pull something because Bob had already laid it down so hard, and then Bob came back and did this. It was even better. Yeah, our best 2 runs were back to back right here. So big, gnarly.
Oh, yeah. That was insane.
I was stoked,
Look at the hands go up there.
No, I wasn't going for that trick. I mean, I was like, well, I'm going to get this. Let's get a score in, and then he falls on his face, and he's putting it all out there. And I'm going, like, if he's going to go like that, I got to honor that, and I got to go for it as well. And that's why I did that.
How did that feel? I mean, you're riding with legend here, Bob Burnquist. I mean, were you nervous? Like, okay, if I fall, I'm pretty much going to be hated by Bob Burnquist and the whole X Games community. Like,
no, that never even entered my mind. But
of course not.
The thing was, I just didn't want to let him down. I mean, it's a team effort. So, like, if he went out and put 110% and I wasn't able to pull off a single run, I was going to be like, oh, man, it was my fault. But I didn't want that to happen, so I was just happy to ride out of something and actually pull a really good run, actually. So it worked out. It worked out perfect.
And Morgan, I've been so excited to have you on the show here for one reason, mainly because you're local to Texas, man. How does it feel to win gold medals in Texas?
Yeah.
Give it up for your local, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Feels great to win a gold medal in Texas. Everything's bigger and better in Texas.
That's
so of course,
right.
it's
and
bigger and better.
That's right. And this is number 2 for you. I mean, since last year you won a gold medal. How has that stretch been for the full year? I saw a video of you.
Last year I got the silver.
Oh, sorry.
The year before that, in LA, I got the gold.
That's what it was, because I saw a video of you with the gold medal, and you're going to concession stands around Texas.
So you punched, and then you got punched, and then you punched back.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's how it works. Yeah, we did a little fun little thing where we walked around seeing what gold medal get. And honestly, most of the people just said that won't get you anything, and that's what I was hoping would happen. Because
yeah, totally. That's Texas style.
I'm not that arrogant to say, hey, I got a gold medal.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if there was a side competition for the best post-run celebration, Team X-Ray definitely took that as well. I don't know if you saw any of the theatrics out of this team, but it was pretty epic.
Definitely. I mean, Bob's got quite a celebration repertoire, as we all know.
Last night, the grabbing the flag was pretty good by you.
Wow,
I just figured
check out this video of Morgan from Saturday night doing the worm. We just missed it.
Clapping push-ups.
I wanted to do that, but I wasn't going to be able to do that.
Do you got a worm in you?
I had to do the one arm.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Bob.
Slides down were pretty cool.
Do you think you got a worm in you up here? You think
up here?
A little worm off? We can make some room.
I don't know. How's the knee for a worm?
Maybe not on the knee.
I think that excitement, the adrenaline that when the worm comes out is like...
Should we do a worm?
Oh, man, I can't. I'm going to get hurt.
The worm. They wanted it. You wanted adrenaline. Look at this.
We got to make some space for you on the worm, man.
We got cheers for worms.
It's the last day. We could do anything here. We're going to move this table around. We're doing the worm, ladies and gentlemen. Morgan Wade on the set.
All right, you guys want a worm?
Look out now.
Take the slippers off here real quick.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Texas, here we go. Oh, look at this. What? Are you kidding me? Oh, no, and here goes Bob. No, be careful. Be careful. Don't get hurt. Yeah. Wow, that's actually pretty impressive. Yeah, that was like a fish. Yeah, that was a salamander.
That's a salamander. Good job. Good effort.
Are you kidding me with that?
What did you just make me do?
All right, let's put the house back together here. Wow, that was fun. That was impressive. How long did it take you to get the worm so dialed? I mean, I'm still working on it.
Dude, he's like big airing with that worm.
Here's the deal. Every time I crash, I do the worm because it's my embarrassment move. Like the crowd
it's kind
loves
of a
it.
warm-up move. I got my heart rate up on that.
So is that how it started?
I've had lots of practice at it because I crash a lot. So.
Is that like your go-to dance move now? Like if you're in the club, like
I try not to do it in clubs because those floors are nasty.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, I'm gonna work on my worm for next year,
Next
maybe.
year, yeah.
So what about tonight? Speaking of dance moves, I mean, you guys are going to go out, like, you know, Team X-Ray. We're going to see you out in Austin tonight
Man.
as a combo.
I'm actually going to go visit Chad Kagi because he had a pretty rough
he's got
spill
both
the other
his-
day. So he broke both his heels. So I'm going to go visit him tonight
Yeah.
and then see where it goes from there.
And anyone who didn't know who watched earlier today, Stevie McCann is
Yeah,
good to go.
He's
Good to
good.
go,
He's
but
awesome,
that was a scary one, man. That's
was
like
tough.
a knockout to a slide out to the ramp.
But he's,
The dead body, so to speak.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm going to
Well,
put this
Never a
thing
good
back
thing.
here.
Never a good thing.
It was nice to see him walking around the athlete lounge about a half hour
Yes.
later.
Oh, yeah. I think he's right over there, actually.
It was surprising, actually.
Yeah.
Forgot how this goes. All right, well, you know what? I'm sure you guys have a lot of things to do. Thank you so much for coming on the set.
No problem.
Have
Thanks
fun
for
tonight.
having us.
Congratulations.
Thanks for having us.
Morgan Wade, Bob Burnquist. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time.
Congratulations,
Hey,
guys.
Morgan, I'm going to need you to sign this board, man. Now this is really turning into something special here. Let's see, where's this black Sharpie? I mean, we've been doing the worm. Things are going crazy. All right. That was amazing. Now let's put this down.
Are you a regular on the show now?
All right, next up in the Airstream, ladies and gentlemen, he just came off of winning gold in Moto X quarter pipe. Thomas Paget, ladies and gentlemen. Here he is to tell the tale. We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
That
How
was
you feeling, man?
amazing.
Here, we're gonna reset this up. I don't know if you saw that, but Morgan Wade just did a little dance party. Kind of just roughed up the set, but we're good. How you feeling,
do you have
man?
a
You look
worm
little-
as well before we put everything back? No worm.
He's all,
Like, I don't have to know the
no.
word worm. Any dance moves?
I can't do anything. I'm sore, so my shoulder's
Well,
good.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That
thank
was
you.
incredible. Just talk about landing that trick.
Wow, that's great feeling. I mean, I did work on these tricks for a long time now, and I can't really land it every time. And I knew here it would have been difficult. You know, the dirt is really hard.
Here it is, right here, actually. There you go. Have you seen this yet?
Nah.
It's kind of insane.
And I mean, on the second time, I couldn't crash again because I'm really
Sore.
sore, and
You kind of limped onto the set here.
I
was a
didn't
little
want to
worried.
crash again. Yeah.
How you feeling right now? You a little sore?
Yeah, I'm sore. I'm
Where at,
so
in the
tired,
ribs?
and finally get this medal after 10 years of riding. So that's my first one.
There you
and a
go.
good one.
Congrats to that. First time gold medal, ladies and gentlemen,
Here
right
we go.
here.
Here we go.
And here we go. Can you take us through what you were thinking?
Well, now I'm kind of scared, then
You're like-
scared, and scared again.
Scared, scared, scared. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Oh!
That was so cool.
That
Yeah,
was-
that's good.
Yeah, give it up right there for one of the most
Yeah.
insane tricks
Yeah.
I've ever seen on a bike.
It's good, it's good. But that was tough. Yeah. Nothing's like, at home you're feeling good. You have your own bike. Here's not my bike. It's really hot, so the bike works kind of different. And for the power, it changed everything for the trick. So that's why maybe I did a mistake on the first one.
And before you even got to Austin, did you know that's what you wanted to do? Have you wanted to land that trick here?
Yes, of course. I'm working every single day to learn these tricks. I had a second trick to do, which is an alley-oop flare. So it's like what the guys do, but inverse,
Right.
And we only have 2 jumps, so unfortunately I crashed on the first one, so I couldn't show the second one. But next time I bring more.
And so now you got a gold medal. How are you going to go out tonight and celebrate your gold medal here in Austin?
Yeah, I mean, I don't need a gold medal to go out, but
I don't need
Of
an
course,
excuse
of
to go
course,
out,
yeah.
but you have a good excuse to go out.
yeah, I mean, I ride to party, so
Attaboy.
let's
Don't
go
we all?
party.
Do you have that sticker on your bike? I ride to party.
No,
We'll get you one.
no, because people think I'm a professional athlete, so.
You have us all fooled.
Have you been able to go out at all in Austin, or have you been just sleeping,
Yeah.
keeping
I
it
got
cool?
it on Thursday, so I went out Thursday night, Friday night, and last night I rest. And
Smart.
Yeah.
And it paid off. And so tonight, Sunday night, the fans are excited. The fans are excited to see you out in the town. So what has been your highlight outside of X Games in Austin? Have you had some good food? You know, France is known for their cuisine. What do you think of the Texas barbecue scene?
Yeah, Texas is good. Like, I already went to Dallas twice and Austin second time now because I was here last year. And that's a really good city. I mean, like, the thick street is insane at night, and I like it.
So if these folks want to find you tonight, they'll just look on 6th Street.
Well, yeah, for sure, I'll be there. Walking slow, but I'll be there.
He'll be easy to catch, is what he's saying. So you obviously had been working. You have a quarter pipe at your place. You've been working on this trick a lot. You've landed it there. Had you landed this in practice, or was this the first time you landed it here at X?
No, actually, I can land it at practice, but at home I have, you know, we got a soft dirt on top, so it's like mulch, you know, and if you crash, you're safe, and here, if you crash, it hurts. So yeah, I have actually 4 quarter pipe. I can go on every side, and I choose today to do like these tricks because it's the most technical ever.
Are you pretty excited to get out of all that gear? It's pretty hot out here to be wearing all that stuff.
Yeah, it's hot, but I mean, I don't care now.
You don't care. The gold medal. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, Thomas Paget. Ladies and gentlemen, first time gold medal. Hey,
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thomas, before you head out, it's tradition here to sign the board, the magical board, with the good hand over here. Here, right up here. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, first time gold medalist Thomas Paget. Thank you. Have fun tonight. Hopefully see you out there. All right, so now the show's starting to wrap up. We have one more special guest we're going to bring in through Skype on this little TV. There's Craig McMorris. Does anybody know snowboarding here?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, awesome. So Mark McMorris, Craig McMorris here. Craig McMorris is a fellow friend from the Winter X Games. We do some hosting together, some snowboarding together. And Craig, what do you think, man? What are your final thoughts here on the X Games or the show?
Well,
whatever.
that was an amazing show, and it was an amazing weekend, and it's just so nice to watch everybody just absolutely destroy it and push the limits of all kinds of action sports.
Do you think you're going to try
and
that trick?
As well.
Do you think that you're going to try that trick now in Moto X? You're going to try that bike flip?
That is literally the most psycho thing I've ever seen. I can't think of anything more scary to do than that.
What about
250-pound bike?
So is that a
flip
yes or a no?
Yeah, sure. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to try it.
All right.
All right, what else? Are you going to try to get on a flight to come out with us tonight? It sounds like there are some heavy hitters that are going to be out in Austin, Texas tonight, eating barbecue ribs
How
and
early
drinking
can you be at 6th Street?
Monster Energy and going
I can be at
hardcore
6th
on
Street
6th Street.
as soon as possible. I love barbecues. That's it.
That's it. That's all. All right. Well, Craig, thank you so much for sitting through the show. Thank you to all the fans, to Austin, Texas. We have had a blast here on the show. My name is Jack Mitrani. This is Alyssa Roenigk. We had a blast.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You really just brought the entertainment, too, and all the facts. So thank you so much for joining us.
I bring the facts. I keep them in my pocket.
And it's not over. There's still more content on xgames.com/extra. It's all in the OneDrive folder, full of content that we didn't get to premiere here. So go on, check it out. Hop on Skype. Hit us up at X Games 2015. Join the live chat. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go celebrate with the rest of them. Woo! Jack Mitrani from Austin, Texas. Alyssa, we're signing off.
Jack Mitrani. Nice job, man. Nice show. Much love.
Harley-Davidson flat track racing here at X Games. Jarryd McNeil is running a picture-perfect race right now. Oh no! Brown Smith comes through on the very last lap. Smith takes the checkered flag. Lords of Summer and return.
We have a new gold medalist. It's Byron.
If he makes this jump, it's a gold medal. Gold medal for Renner.
PLG back on top.
Rallycross is like the hockey of motorsports.
Pastrana is struggling. He's in big trouble, but this is for gold. Scott Speed wins.
Oh, my goodness. Bob Burnquist wins his 8th gold medal. He's grabbing that with his fractured hand.
How's that arm feel now?
Who cares?